Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're unpacking the actual architecture of modern contact marketing campaigns. You know, if you've been looking at your own outreach lately and thinking, man, these old marketing rules just aren't cutting it anymore, well, you're in exactly the right place. We're going to break down exactly why that shift is happening, stepping completely out of familiar territory, and exploring the highly specific strategies that are literally defining a whole new era of marketing. So, what makes contact marketing fundamentally different from traditional marketing? And hey, this isn't just some casual academic query. This is the core challenge we're tackling today. To truly grasp what modern contact marketing even is, we've got to understand how it completely breaks away from the traditional marketing paradigms you've probably spent your whole career learning. Honestly, we kind of just have to wipe the slate clean. Which brings us to section 1, enter the contact campaign. It's time for a major structural shift. So the crucial point here is understanding what we're actually building, right? A contact campaign isn't just slapping a fresh coat of paint on an old billboard. It's a modern marketing approach totally distinct from traditional methods. Instead of just blasting messages into the void and crossing our fingers, it's about highly targeted, relationship-driven outreach to very specific, high-value decision makers. It's defined by these specific functions and core components. But to really lock in what this looks like in practice, we first need to do a little process of elimination. Let's explore exactly that in Section 2, Contact Marketing versus the Rest. To fully define this modern approach, we need to rigorously examine what it is not. Okay, our first head-to-head matchup, contact marketing versus sales promotion. Now, sales promotion is a classic, right? It's that traditional lever we all know, highly transactional. Think discounts, limited time offers, those short-term tactics designed to just push a quick sale right now. Well, a modern contact campaign operates completely differently. It's definitely not about pushing a coupon. It's about initiating a high-value, long-term relationship. You aren't incentivizing a quick buy, you're actually proving your strategic value to a very specific targeted individual. Next up, we have contact marketing versus demand generation. Demand gen is obviously a massive pillar of both traditional and digital marketing alike, but generating broad demand, that's about broadcasting a message as widely as humanly possible, hoping to capture interest from the market at large. Contact marketing flips this entirely on its head. Instead of using a megaphone, you're using a scalpel. It is surgical. You are identifying the exact individuals or accounts you want to speak with and going directly to them with a completely bespoke message. You're not waiting around for the market to raise its hand, you are walking right up to the exact person you need to meet. And this brilliantly illustrates our third and honestly probably the trickiest comparison. Contact marketing versus lead gen. It is so incredibly easy to blur these lines because most traditional marketers hear the word contact and they immediately think leads. But traditional lead gen relies on casting this giant wide net, pulling people into a funnel, and just hoping a tiny percentage eventually convert at the very bottom. Contact marketing does not wait for leads to fall into a funnel. It proactively reaches out to a highly curated, pre-qualified network of your ideal targets. You aren't trying to generate a massive volume of leads, You're trying to secure a very specific number of high-stakes meetings. The final comparison we've got to make here is contact marketing versus direct response. So direct response demands an immediate, trackable action. A click, a download, maybe a purchase. And it's usually triggered by persuasive copy and a strong call to action. Contact marketing, on the other hand, is really about building a bridge. You're trying to trigger a meaningful conversation, not just a one-off transaction. The metric of success isn't just your click-through rate. It's whether or not you successfully opened a dialogue with a key decision maker who could literally change the trajectory of your entire business. So the paradigm shift here is pretty clear, right? We basically have to unlearn all those old transactional habits. The sales promos, the broad demand gen, funnel-based lead gen, direct response. We have to clear those out to make room for a completely unique identity. You really have to wash away those old methods to fully embrace a highly targeted, relationship-first architecture. Let's move on and see how this all builds in Section 3, Functions and Core Components. Okay, so our journey so far has been fundamentally about unlearning. Step 1 was understanding the big differences from traditional marketing. Step 2 was actively contrasting these tactics against the stuff we already know through our matchups. And finally, Step 3 brings us to the actual execution. We are now totally ready to learn how a contact campaign actually functions in the real world, equipped with the clarity to make sure this modern approach doesn't get confused with the outdated tactics of the past. Here are the real culminating takeaways for executing this strategy. When we focus on how contact marketing truly functions and look at its core components, we're zooming in on a few highly specific tactics. This means utilizing hyper-personalized messaging that's tailored to an individual, not just some broad demographic. It involves multi-touch outreach sequencing that carefully builds value over time, rather than just, spamming someone's inbox. And it absolutely relies on high-value asset sharing, giving your target something genuinely insightful to prove your worth before you ever even ask for a meeting. Once you strip away the old methods, these focused, relationship-building components are exactly what drive a true modern contact campaign. Which brings us to our final thought. Based on the rigorous comparisons we just mapped out, I want you to take a hard look at your own outreach right now. Are your current strategies genuinely functioning as modern contact marketing? Or, if you're being completely honest with yourself, are they really just traditional lead gen disguised in modern clothing? It's absolutely a crucial question you need to answer before launching your next campaign. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and keep questioning those traditional marketing paradigms.